So, which one should we have a look at today? Oh, we've got Bunk. The showroom's looking a bit full at the moment. There's the Zul 520. Let's check this one out. This is an absolute beauty. It is our Zul 520 Petrol, and my goodness, this thing looks brand spanking new. It is available for purchase right now. Let's have a look around it, give you a bit of a squiz. A little tight fit there through the showroom. Gosh, she's a beauty. Have a look at that. Now I'll go through this one with you. So let's start with one of the really cool features on this Zul 520, and pretty much on all the Camroads that we're bringing in, it's this area here. Now, you've got the door that closes it off, but this gives you access to the cassette in the toilet area, and you can pull the shower outside and have a really nice outside shower. So you've been at the beach all day and you just want to rinse off before you go back into the motorhome. And I've said it before, if you're in a private setting, you've got a room with a view. So next to the shower door is the rear storage compartment that is under the bottom rear bunk. It's very, very large. And with every one of our units, we put a brand new TV inside them, as well as the aerial, but that's the storage area under that bottom bunk. Look, golf clubs, fishing rods, gosh, outdoor furnishings, anything that you possibly want. It's a very, very large storage area. You can also access this storage area from the back and from the passenger side as well. Now, while we're over here, you'll notice that container, that's your fresh drinking water container. It's about 20 litres. You can put another one in there if you want to, so to expand it to maybe 40 or 50 litres of fresh drinking water. As I'll show you when we go inside, there are two separate faucet taps, one for the dishwashing and one for the drinking water. On the back of the unit, on this one, and pretty much all of them, there is a bike rack. So it's a double bike rack. Now, if you don't want the bike rack, we can take that off with no problems at all. Again, you've got your fold down ladder, which gives you access to the roof if you need to service the solar system up there or anything that's required. Having a look at where the fuel tank is. Now, before I get to the fuel tank, this motorhome is key to like. So one key opens all of the outside doors, which is fantastic. So you're not rummaging around trying to find all these different keys. So in here accesses our 90 litre fuel tank. You've got a lock on the cap, and you can lock this as well so nobody can take your fuel. Just stick with the driver's side of the motorhome just for a moment here. With all of our units, they do get full compliancing with the 240 volt plug that you can plug in when you get to a caravan park. Big sliding window over the dinette. You've got another window over the bathroom, so good ventilation. And then you've got two windows here. One is for the top bunk and one is for the bottom bunk. Now, each one of these windows, which I'll show you when we go inside, has the pull down fly screens and the pull up block out screens. There's a little rack on the roof there. It's on the other side as well, so that you can throw something up there and strap it down if you need the extra storage space. Then when we go around here, of course, then you have access to your driver's area, which we'll go into more detail in just a few moments. As with all of the units that we present here at toyotacamroad.com.au, they do have the hot water system, which you'll never really need to go into. They're quite autonomous. And also where we put our LPG tanks. These are designed to hold 2 tanks. So it gives you plenty of gas on board for your cooking and your hot water system as well. Every unit does come with an awning. These are a very simple wind out awning. They're very easy to operate.
we have the same awnings here in Australia, and the legs are contained inside the awning. And of course, they're about 3 meters wide, so they're quite wide. And we can widen that back up again very easily.
So let's have a look at the passenger side of the vehicle. As I mentioned, they all come with an awning. You've got an air vent just at the top up there. That window is in fact where the kitchenette is. There's your vents for your fridge, hot water system again, gas. Now this door is a double door. So let me show you how that works. We can just open it up and then close it up, and you can lock it on the inside. Now you've got ventilation down the bottom here with the fly screen, and some ventilation up the top here with your fly screen. So good airflow when you are parked up. Before we step in, you've got this manual step here. Coming into the motorhome, the first thing you notice on the left is the vent, and this one does have a Webasto heater in it that operates under the fuel tank. There's your control right there. The next one up is your control for your rear air conditioning fan, and we'll show you that as well. And then one little switch turns everything on inside the motorhome. You've got a nice little cabinet just in the front here. Now, I'll tell you what that's for. In Japan, they don't wear their shoes inside the motorhome. So when you step in, you step there, you take the shoes off, and you pop them in there. Keep your motorhome nice and clean. Another reason why these are so beautiful, because that's how they treat what they own. So coming in, then we've got this little compartment right here. This is a little storage pod. So you can find a use for that. Right, now we come in and we find our lovely dinette. It's beautiful. It'll seat four very, very comfortably. That table, by the way, does drop down, and that does make a good sized bed, which two people can very comfortably lay on. Coming in, we'll go around to the right. We've got this little day seat here, which you would have seen in other videos we've done. Look, some of my customers have decided to remove this day seat and put a larger fridge freezer in, which makes sense. If you're not interested in doing that, keep it that way. You've then got your bench top that drops down. So lots of prep area there as well. Going further in, we come across our 2 gas burner stovetop with the sink. Now, as I mentioned before about the drinking water, so this one here on the left is to wash your dishes, and this is your fresh drinking water. Isn't that a nice touch? And a very nice stainless steel sink area as well. Further down, I'll just shut this door for a moment. Further down, we've got our controls. They're all easily labeled in English, so you don't have to be confused. You've got your hot water systems there. Then we've got in this particular model, does have a 3-way fridge freezer, which is very convenient to have. If you don't want a 3-way fridge freezer, they can be replaced with compressor fridges. All the way back now, we've got our bottom bunk, and I'll tell you, this is a very, very large bunk. What I'm going to do is demonstrate to you, a lot of our customers are single travelers, and they're quite happy to utilize the bottom bunk. You can push this top bunk out of the way. So that's the top one right there. Before I push it out of the way, there's a window on that side with the pull down fly screen and the block out screen. Got a little shelf at the top there for your books and little storage. Then you've got a light on this side. It's quite a lovely environment. Another little shelf on the top there for your storage and whatever you need to use. So we lift that cushion out of the way, and the top bunk now has been moved out of the way. So now it's very, very easy to get into this bed and lay down. There's another window there, again, the pull down fly screen with the pull up block out screens on both sides of the bottom bunk. So some fabulous airflow. Lifting this up allows you access to that rear boot area. So you can access it from the inside as well, which is very convenient. So looking above the stovetop now, you've got your extractor fan, which has your fan and a light on it as well. Great cupboards in these. Now you've got to give them a bit of a pull because they are designed not to open up when you're traveling. So deep cupboards. Put your pots and pans and whatever else you need inside those. Next to them, moving closer to the front, we've got 2 more cupboards. Again, they're very, very deep. So lots of good storage on this side of the motorhome. So let's have a look at the shower and the toilet that is in this unit. We showed it to you from the outside. This is what it looks like from the inside. And look, there is plenty of room to stand there in front of the toilet to have your shower. It's a nice big space. There's a vent on the roof up there to allow the steam to come out. You've got a light inside the bathroom, and there's that window I was talking about. It is quite a large area and very, very convenient as well. That is a swivel toilet, so you can swivel that around a bit. Moving forward again now, back to the dinette area. Above the dinette, lovely little shelving there to put your little knickknacks. Again, you've got very deep cupboards above the dinette area, so there is plenty of storage in this motorhome. Now I'm just going to direct you back to these vents here. So there's a vent at the top and there's 2 vents down the bottom. I'll swing the camera around and show you again. Remember I was telling you about that little fan right there? So what that does is when the air conditioning unit in the front of the cab is on, it then transfers that cold air back here. So if there is anybody sitting in the back, or you've got some pets sitting in the back, the rear of the motorhome is still kept quite cool. So let's have a look at this large bed that I've spoken about many, many times. This pulls all the way back. And I tell you again, it is definitely one of the biggest beds I've ever seen in any motorhome, regardless of the make. It's amazing how they've utilized the space in this Camroad. You can use it as a bed, you can use it as storage. There's a ladder that's easy access to it. And on the either side of the bed, there is the windows that do have the pull down fly screens and the pull up block out screens. So excellent ventilation. So having access from the back of the motorhome to the front of the motorhome, very easy. You pop down that middle seat, scoot over, and away you go. So looking inside the cab of this, it's immaculate. The material, it's so beautiful. You've got a glove box in the front there. This particular one still retains the Japanese radio, so you can play a CD on it, but you'll probably want to change that. There's our air conditioning controls right there. Little quirky Japanese GPS, which really is of no use to us in Australia. However, this is an interesting one. You can actually pop the back off it and put a DVD in it. Believe it or not, it will play DVDs. So there's our rear camera. You can hear the beeping. So these all come with a warning with the beeping, but that's our reverse camera in the mirror. In this one, this is actually brand new, and it's still got the plastic over the mirror. Having a look down here, the Strata unit, that Japanese one I was telling you about, is actually a rear camera as well. It's up to you if you want to keep it, but it is going to keep trying to send you back to Tokyo, which is fun in itself. Then we've got our driver's area here. This motorhome is showing 127,000 on the clock. The steering wheel is adjustable up and down so that you can get it in the perfect position. We do have our set mirror close and open. If we look at our mirror out here, automatically it will go out and get set into its position. They do that so that you can park it against the wall, because in Japan the streets are very, very narrow. Push a button and your left mirror comes in automatically. Now, just on a side note, I wanted to discuss the marriage between the truck and the back of these motorhomes. So the back of these motorhomes are created and developed by a company called Bunk, and they've been doing them for years and years and years. They're amazing, their construction and their design. But many years ago, they created a relationship with Toyota. The trucks that these are mounted on are specifically built for the backs of these motorhomes, meaning that the engineers in Toyota got together with Bunk. They look at the weights and the balances, and the marriage is absolutely perfect. So they are a factory-built motorhome, and they drive on the road better than anything you've ever driven. because the marriage is perfect. So I just wanted to mention that to you. So this unit is available for sale at the time of this recording. If you want one of these beautiful Vantech motorhomes, please give me a call on 0499 846 273, or you can come and visit the motorhome. It's in the showroom right now. We are located at 170 Brisbane Road, Arundel. We are opposite Harbour Town Shopping Centre here on the Gold Coast. If you want to fly in, we'll pick you up at the airport. We'll do whatever we can to spend time with you and go through this unit, and we'll even take it out for a test drive. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. There's a subscribe button there. That way you'll never miss another update of products that are available for sale. Please go to our website at www.toyotacamroad.com.au. I'm Paul Stevens. Thank you very much for your time. Get on the phone. Jump on this wonderful ZIL 520. Don't miss out. I'll see you soon.